and a UBI advocate, and she's going to talk to us a little bit about automation and basic income.
Yes, I am. Hi, everyone. It's so beautiful out today, but it is also very warm, so I apologize in advance if my phone dies. That's been a trend today. This is going to be sort of a risky statement, but the time for basic income is not now, it's yesterday. We often speak of automation like some far-off science fiction novelty. We say the robots are coming with some image of C-3PO or Star Trek's Data at the back of our minds. We point to Elon Musk's humanoid robots predicted sometime in the not-so-distant future and yet almost unbelievable in their scope, and we say, someday soon automation will be a problem. Someday soon we'll need a solution. But we're wrong. Automation is already a problem, and we're long overdue to implement the solution, a basic income for everyone. It has not taken brilliant talking robots or artificial intelligences with moral compasses and silver skin to replace us. Automation started with Joseph Jacquard's textile punch cards 140 years ago and has made leaps and inevitable bounds since then. Automation, my friends, is an innate economic factor, which means no Western economy can compete without it. The robots have come, and they are very much among us. At a speech to United Automotive Workers in 1961, Martin Luther King called for a basic income solution. He warned that new economic patterning through automation was dissolving the jobs of workers in some of the nation's basic industries. This, at the time, forebode an immeasurable catastrophe for the middle class. Those of you with a keen eye for history, or anyone who's been south of the Windsor border, knows where this is going. He said, "We're neither technologically advanced nor socially enlightened if we witness this disaster for tens of thousands without finding a solution." And by a solution, I mean a real and genuine alternative, providing the same living standards which were swept away by a force called progress, but which for some is destruction. I'm asking you today to consider, are we truly technologically advanced and socially enlightened if we ignore a warning 61 years after it was issued? Luther King knew that a basic income was necessary for basic equalities to persist in the face of a rapidly evolving post-human job market, so why don't contemporary lawmakers? In Ontario, the share of jobs at risk of automation varies from a low of 42% in Ottawa to a high of 50% in the Stratford Bruce Peninsula. While not all Canadians will be noticeably affected by these shifts in the next 10 years, those that are will likely reside in rural and remote areas and possess poorer employment and skill levels. For many, automation will be yet another systemic inevitability that targets the most economically and socially vulnerable. In a survey conducted this year, the Centre for Canadian Governance Innovation suggested that those most susceptible to automation-related job loss and pay reduction are Black and Indigenous Canadians between the ages of 18 and 45. For many, the twinkling promise of a stable, employed future is dissolving before careers and working lives even begin. Healthy economies share a set ratio between capital and labor. For the most economically balanced periods in modern history, this meant 1/3 of the profit to the boss and the other 2/3 to the laborers. But this balance has long been overshot by some of contemporary society's most famous billionaires who've used a combination of automation-embedded labor shorting and unethical working conditions to bring us to a wealth gap unrivaled in modern history. Because we have no basic income, our rich have been getting richer, and the poorest among us have only gotten poorer and more susceptible to unethical work conditions. If history is indicative, automation won't mean less jobs for Canadians. It'll mean lower hours, lower quality of life, and rampant underemployment. When Eli Whitney's cotton gin automated the process of sorting cotton from seeds, the need for manual slave labor dissolved, but the demand for slaves in the South tripled. That's because automation replaces and outperforms humanity, but human labor can and always will be exploited when profits are prioritized over people. There's a blue sky beyond this bleak horizon. Basic income has the potential to be the greatest possible shield against innovation, which will permit all of us to benefit from automation, innovation, and beyond. In a truly technologically advanced society, innovation will advance all of us because it will have no economic victims. In a truly enlightened society, we will recognize that our greatest potential future is one where people can choose to make employment decisions from a place of security. Basic income establishes a ground level under which no one will slip, a level of dignity under which no one will have to stoop. In a basic income future, the robots come to alleviate us of the most arduous and repetitive labors, offering a cushion for people to pursue passion when stability both personally and societally is covered. Martin Luther King would number among us in knowing that an alternative to poverty exists in the form of a basic income, and that true progress for all will never mean destruction for some. Thank you.